Hey everyone! I'd love to hear from you. What tool review would you like me to create an in-depth analysis video on? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and I will get started on making the most requested one. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, as I upload trending tool insights.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We dig into the sources you send us. Could be articles, notes, research, you name it, and basically pull out the insights that really matter just for you.
And today, we're diving headfirst into something that feels, well, genuinely next level. We're talking AI video generation.
Specifically Google's latest tool, Veo3.
Exactly. It's making waves.
So our mission today, pretty simple. What is this thing, Veo3? How does it actually work? How does it stack up against the other tools out there?
And what are people really doing with it?
Yeah.
Like real world uses.
Right. And maybe the biggest question, what does it all mean for you, for anyone creating video content or even just watching it?
Get ready, because this isn't just about making moving pictures. Your sources suggest this tool kind of understands filmmaking. It adds sound, makes clips over a minute long.
In minutes, apparently.
Yeah, super fast. And that's why it's stirring up both excitement and, frankly, some real concerns.
Okay, let's jump in. So Veo3, your sources are calling it Google's most advanced AI video generator yet. Officially rolled out at Google I/O this year, 2025.
And the buzz. It seems to come down to this idea that it actually grasps cinematic language.
Cinematic language, like what?
Well, you can tell it you want a time lapse, right? Or an aerial shot, maybe slow motion.
Oh, I didn't.
And it doesn't just make something, it seems to get the style, the intention behind those terms.
Wow, okay, so it's not just moving pixels around, it's understanding the grammar of film. That feels significant.
It really does.
Yeah.
And the sources keep hitting on the speed and realism, generating videos, some over a minute long.
In just a couple of minutes. That's pretty wild.
It is. And that speed, that realism,
Yeah.
Huge potential game changers for just trying stuff out, quick creation. Demis Hassabis, the CEO of Google DeepMind,
Yeah.
he apparently used this phrase, emerging from the silent era of video generation.
Huh. Silent era.
Yeah, suggesting you can prompt Veo3 not just with visuals, but descriptions that imply dialogue, specific sound needs. It's building in the audio component.
That's a great phrase. Really puts it in perspective. And the tech behind it. Your source mentioned diffusion models.
Right. Large-scale diffusion models seem to be part of it, likely for keeping the visuals consistent frame to frame.
Okay.
Plus, DeepMind's own generative video transformer tech, and crucially, it seems, Gemini's language engine.
Ah, so that Gemini link is probably how it gets the nuance, understanding those complex prompts.
That seems to be the thinking. Diffusion models, simplified, they kind of start with noise and refine it toward your prompt. The transformer understands the sequence, the relationships, and Gemini provides that deep language comprehension.
So it's like it's building the video based on your script, but incredibly fast.
Sort of, yeah. Guided by your words.
Ew.
And the scale here is nuts. The source mentioned Google's AI systems processing, over 480 trillion tokens monthly?
Whoa, up from like 9.7 trillion the year before.
Exactly. That massive data processing capability has to be fueling this leap, right?
Absolutely. That scale.
Yeah.
It lets the AI learn much more complex patterns, I imagine. Okay, so what about the specific features? What makes Veo3 stand out according to the review you looked at?
Right. The reviewer really broke it down. First big thing, multimodal prompts.
Yeah.
It's not just text anymore.
Meaning
You can give it an image or even a short video clip along with your text prompt to guide the generation.
Oh, okay. So like show it a character style and say, put this character here.
Exactly. The reviewer loved that. 5 stars. Called it super flexible for creativity. Much more control.
Nice. Then the audio piece we mentioned, audio generation. It adds music, sound effects, even voiceover.
Yeah, it can. Reviewer gave that 4 stars out of 5. Said the quality was impressive. Maybe not quite perfect yet.
Still huge, emerging from that silent era, right?
Definitely. Video needs sound. This makes the output way more usable straight away.
Okay. And the cinematic language support we talked about.
5 stars again. Reviewer said it really nailed the mood and style. Things like drone shot, slow-mo. And they mentioned its zero-shot capability here.
Zero shot. What's that mean in plain English?
Basically, it means the AI can generate something like a time-lapse, even if it wasn't explicitly trained on a million videos labeled time-lapse. Its underlying understanding of visuals and concepts is broad enough that it can figure it out from the prompt, kind of inferring the principles of that technique.
Got it. So it learned the rules, not just the examples. Makes sense. What else?
High realism got 4 stars. Almost photorealistic, the review said, and the longer video capability over 60 seconds.
That's a big one.
Yep, 5 stars for that.
Yeah.
Well, so many early tools were just like 5 seconds, a minute plus. That's actual storytelling room.
And it's fast. Fast rendering got 4 stars. Videos in minutes.
Yeah, speed's always practical. Built-in safety filters also got 5 stars, seen as helpful. And the access. Cloud-based, via Google AI Studio and Video X using the Ultra plan. 4 stars, easy access, but pricey.
Okay, so looking at those ratings, it seems like the core strength are that cinematic control, the flexibility, the length, and the speed.
Yeah, those seem to be the big leaps forward.
Yeah.
So how does it compare? Like Veo3 versus the previous version Veo2? And what about competitors?
Right, Veo2, your sources are pretty clear. Veo3 is a major upgrade.
Yeah, no question. Veo2 was text-only input. Veo3 takes images. Video 2.
No audio in Veo2. Veo3 has it.
Veo2 was what, 20 seconds max? Veo3 pushing past 60?
Cinematic understanding went from basic to advanced realism up.
It really just levels up the experience, as the source put it.
Okay, and against the others, like OpenAI Sora, Runway, Pika, Synthesia, Luma Dream Machine.
So the sources kind of position Veo3 as maybe the strongest all-around tool for more advanced creation right now?
All around, meaning it.
Meaning it seems to lead in the combination of audio support, that cinematic control, and the input flexibility.
But the others still have their strengths.
Oh, for sure. Sora gets called out for pure photorealistic visuals. Synthesia is apparently great for long-form stuff, like corporate videos, even up to 6 minutes, especially with those talking avatars.
For 6 minutes?
Yeah. Pika Labs is noted for being more accessible, public, good for quick short clips. And Luma Dream Machine has this distinct dynamic camera feel. More experimental, maybe?
So Veo3 is like the powerful Swiss Army knife for complex creative stuff, but you might still want a specialized tool depending on the job.
Exactly. Which kind of leads to the next question. What are people actually making with this powerful generalist tool? Any cool examples in your sources?
Yeah, a couple of really interesting ones. There's a case study about Hasham Al-Ghaili. He used Veo3 for scientific visualization, made an explainer about synthetic consciousness.
Synthetic consciousness. Wow, how'd that turn out?
It went viral, over 1 million views. And the interesting part is how he used Veo3. He leaned into the cinematic features for that sci-fi vibe, synced up audio and lighting, used really specific prompts, even fed it voiceover input.
So he really pushed its features.
Totally. It shows it's not just for, like, abstract art films. It can be a tool for communicating complex ideas visually.
That's fascinating. Any other hands-on takes?
The reviewer themselves tried it out. They wanted to make a cinematic intro, drone shot, misty forest, sunrise, classic mood piece.
Did it work?
They said it nailed the mood, was super fast, and they didn't need any real video editing skills to get that shot. Powerful for mood pieces, trailers, intros, where you need that specific feel quickly.
But maybe not for a full feature film just yet.
Right. Their verdict was basically great for specific high-impact shots, but getting perfect consistency across multiple scenes in a longer narrative still needs workarounds or more development. Still, they'd use it again for those simpler shots.
That seems to track with what folks are saying online, like on Reddit, based on your source. Lots of buzz about low-budget filmmaking potential.
Yeah, people discussing making a 60-minute AI film by stitching clips. Cost estimates now maybe $2, but potentially under $400 soon if the tech keeps improving.
That's the dream for indie creators, right? Bypassing the traditional gatekeepers. There's even chatter about what Veo4 might bring: longer clips, better consistency.
But the price point came up there too, didn't it? That $249 a month for the Ultra plan, plus maybe per generation cost.
Yeah, big discussion. A barrier for hobbyists, definitely. But some pros or serious experimenters might see it as justifiable compared to traditional production costs.
Okay, so if someone does want to try it and they're willing to pay, how do they actually get access right now?
Right now, it's invite only. You got to sign up for a wait list on Google's Video X site.
Okay.
If you get in, you need that Google AI Ultra plan, the $249 a month one. It's rolling out, though, is in 71 countries back in May 2025, expanding more.
Cloud-based only, no phone app or anything.
Not yet. All cloud-based for now. So yeah, it's geared towards serious users at the moment.
And getting good results means mastering the prompts, right? Your source had tips on that.
Absolutely crucial. You can't just type, dog running. You need detail.
Like cinematic language.
Exactly. Instead of mountains and snow, try a wide-angle aerial shot of snowy mountains at sunrise with slow-motion snowfall and dramatic orchestral music. Specify the shot, setting, light, mood, sound.
Evoke the feeling. Like, not just man walking at night, but a lonely man walks down a foggy street under flickering streetlights.
With soft piano in the background? Yes. Follow shot composition ideas. Close up on a face, rain on window behind. Camera pans, right? Much better than just woman, city, rain.
Keep it focused too, right? Don't cram too much in one prompt.
Yeah, simple and focused seems best. And definitely include sound and movement cues if you want something dynamic. The sources are clear. The more cinematic and specific your prompt, the better the result.
It sounds almost like writing a mini script for every shot.
It kind of is. It's a different skill set you need to develop.
Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. Based on everything in your sources, Veo3 sounds like a really powerful step forward. High-quality cinematic video with audio from text or images or video clips super fast, becoming widely available.
Yeah, the reviewer's final thought was pretty strong. They felt it's redefining AI video, even outperforming competitors like Sora, and actually understanding and fulfilling the prompt, nailing it like 72% of the time in their tests.
72%. That's pretty high precision for such complex requests.
It is. So, yeah, it's incredibly exciting. Huge potential for indie film, new kinds of storytelling.
So there's always a but.
Well, yeah. It demands new skills, raises access questions, and brings up some pretty significant ethical concerns, too, which your sources flagged.
Right. Things like deepfakes.
Big time. The potential to create ultra-realistic fake videos to spread misinformation or impersonate people. The source mentions scams using AI deepfakes of financial figures happening already in 2025.
And generating realistic events that never happened, like that AI image of the Pentagon explosion back in 2023 that briefly spooked the stock market. Now imagine that as video.
Exactly. Then there's content ownership. Who owns the output, especially if it mimics a real person's style or copyrighted material? There was that artist, Kelly McKernan, suing AI companies over style mimicry. That whole area is still murky.
And bias in the training data. AI reflecting or even amplifying societal biases.
Showing certain professions dominated by one gender or ethnicity, for example. That's a persistent issue in AI.
And of course, the impact on jobs. Editors, animators, voice actors. Your source mentioned that Netflix anime that used AI backgrounds, causing controversy.
And that Animation Guild study predicting AI could disrupt over 100,000 creative jobs in the U.S. by 2026. That's a scary number, even if it's a projection.
Yeah. So Veo3, powerful, redefining possibilities, faster, more accessible.
But also comes with this whole package of challenges, ethical risks, questions about ownership, job impacts. It's not simple.
This isn't just tech news then. It really digs into how stories get told, what we see, maybe even who gets to be a creator.
Absolutely. Touches everything.
So maybe the final thought for you, listening. Given how fast these tools like Veo3 are getting, how realistic, how good they are at understanding cinema, how does that change the old saying, seeing is believing?
Good question.
And what's our responsibility now, both as creators using these tools and just as people consuming media in this new landscape? What really stands out to you after digging into all this?